6'6" senior from Fresno, California, Jalen Green. A guard, number 25, a 6'4" senior from Chicago, Illinois, Namari Burnett. A forward, number 13, a 6'10" junior from Atlanta, Georgia, Frank Anselm. A forward, number 33, a 6'10" senior from Antelope, California, Coleman Hawkins. The assistant coaches are John McCall and Anthony Gonzalez, and the head coach of Prolific Prep is Joey Fuca. Now let's meet the home team, the Aspire Academy Wizards. A 5'10" senior guard from Jackson, Mississippi, number 2, TJ Montgomery. A 6-foot senior guard from Louisville, Kentucky, number 3, Jake Alton. A 5'11" junior guard from Chicago, Illinois, number 11, Caleb Horton. A 6'8" junior forward from Freeport, Bahamas, number 4, Cheval Butters. A 6'10" senior center from Gonaives, Haiti, number 35, Jethro Muscadine. The assistant coaches are Jonathan Anthony and Matthew Kessler, and the head coach of Aspire Academy is Jeremy Kempis.
And welcome back for the Day 2 action here of the Chambana Classic in Champaign, Illinois at Centennial High School. This is a grind session matchup between the Aspire Academy Wizards and the Prolific Prep crew. So Prolific coming off the win last night over St. Louis Christian. A strong outing by Jalen Green and Amari Burnett. And not to forget Coleman Hawkins, who had a big game in front of the future hometown crowd here at the University of Illinois.
Head coach don't even yell. He do.
And it's Jethro Muscadin. Tips it, but it gets to Jalen Green with the slam to start us off. So Jethro tipped it back into the hands of Amari Burnett, found Jalen Green, and we start off with a dunk. So the big man matchup there of Anselm and Muscadin. No good on the shot from TJ Montgomery. They get the offensive rebound. That's what Aspire does. Montgomery no good on the second. Just about get the offensive board again, but we're headed the other way. Aspire starting out in the 2-3 zone. Good ball movement. Green, good for 3. Jalen Green with the quick 5, and it's 5-0 Prolific. So Aspire Academy with almost a whole new team from what we saw last grind session season. Alton skip past baseline. TJ over Namari. That's good. TJ Montgomery for 2. Pass inside to Mag. Gets stolen. Aspire comes away with it. Looking for Jethro up top. Wasn't there. Gets the deflection back. TJ up strong. Goes to the ground. No call. And a turnover. Hawkins wide open for 3. No good. That's how he started the game last night. Couldn't convert on his first attempt. Ball in the hands of Muscadin, who recently signed his letter of intent to play for Bill Self at Kansas. As Jalen almost got himself a steal there. So we do play with the 30-second shot clocks here in the grind session. As it reset to 20 there. And we do 6 fouls for disqualification. As Jaden Dragon Ball Alton with the ball. Step back for TJ, short. And we're going to get a foul underneath the basket. Foul was on Aspire, so we're going to get our first substitution as TJ going to substitute out. And it's Sharif Canute into the game, number 13, for Aspire. Aspire with his 2-3 defense. Floater no good for Jalen. Wanted to pass it, but the defense stopped it. Out of bounds, last touch by Frank Anselm. Jaden met by the full court defense. We saw this from Prolific last night as well. Pass to Sharif in the corner. Good, his first shot since coming into the game for 3. Skip pass to Mawat, he'll shoot. And strong rebound, Coleman Hawkins, and reverse gets good. Other end, Sharif, back-to-back triples. So Canute keeping Aspire rolling here off the bench. As Coach Kippen is fired up over there. It's 8-7, Aspire on top. We're just under 3 minutes into the game here as a 30-second timeout call.
That's what I'm talking about. Way to do your job. Nice job, Jay. Nice job, Jay. Now turn up defensively.
Corey, don't want this game. Corey, come in, man. I need water, man. I'm out dry, man.
You still against the ball.
Here we go, here we go. Here we go, man. You need it?
Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on,
And we're back after the timeout. The game started somewhat like this last night. St. Louis hung in the game in the first half, and then the second, Prolific took over. So usually we play 16-minute halves. We're doing 20 here this weekend. And Prolific with that depth on the bench, able to keep the fresh legs going all night. As Jethro gets the board up to Jaden. Jaden over the top, picks up his dribble. Sharif with the pump fake. And good defense by Mawat to stop the attempt. Pass inside to Cheval. 5 on the shot clock. Jaden gets stopped. Jethro gonna shoot. And an air ball. Would have been a shot clock violation had it not been an air ball. So headed the other way, Prolific now. Green to bring it up for the Crew. Jaden guarded by Caleb Horton. Coleman Hawkins to look inside, tipped by Aspire. Ball will stay here. Coleman finds Damari Burnett. With 10 on the shot clock. Damari drives. Backdoor pass to Mawat. Looked like a travel, no call, and good, Mawat Mag. So 8-9 as the lead changes in favor of Prolific. As Sharif Canute off the bench giving Aspire the spark. Jaden to Sharif, gets past Mawat, pump fake, and good, Sharif Canute, 8 of the 10 points for Aspire. As mentioned, Aspire, extremely good offensive rebounding team. Coach Kipnis focuses on defense pretty hard in practices and getting on the glass. As Coleman over the top, strong, right into the hands of Anselm. He goes against Sharif. A lot of contact. And we'll see what the call is here. Is that's going to be a foul on Muscadden. Sorry, a foul on Hawkins. So Hawkins, the Illinois signee, coming here next year. Falou Cisse into the game for Prolific Prep. Mawat taking a breather on the bench. Sharif, no good this time, over the backboard. Prolific ball. So now into the game, David Tubeck for Cheval Butters. We saw Aspire a couple weekends ago in Minnesota, and Tubeck was leading the rebounds for Aspire, mainly off of the offensive glass. Jalen guarded closely by Caleb Horton. Namari from NBA range, no problem. Little bit of a cold night from three for Namari last night. Still had almost 30 points overall. Might have been 32, as we're going to get a foul here against Prolific. That is going to be on Namari.
His first, team second at the line for Aspire. Number 3, Jaden Allen, shooting 2.
Alton no good on his first attempt from the line. And no good on the second. Anselm with the board. Jalen Green running the point so far for Prolific. Heavily contested three and misses the rim. With 12-10, Prolific on top. Jaden Alton waiting for the play to set up as Jethro has the screen. Looks like Jack Wetzel will be coming into the game. The next dead ball for Prolific. And there it is on the travel by Horton. So Wetzel coming in for Hawkins. Amari thought about it. Kickback, Wetzel open with the miss. Jethro on the rebound, double teamed, and they get out of it here. Alton finds Sharif. And they're gonna get Sharif on the travel, a good pump fake. Wasn't quite ready for it as Wetzel got his hand in his face pretty quickly. Pass down to Wetzel. Damari back to him. Skip to Namari, would have had a shot, but the pass was high. 15 on the shot clock. Wetzel from the other corner, won't miss here. 3 points, Jack Wetzel. That extends the lead to 5 for the Crew. As guard TJ Montgomery continues to sit for Aspire. Cisse with the rebound, up to Green. Green wants the screen. Namari takes the three this time, and good. Namari Burnett, 2 threes for him as he was fading on that one. And we got a full timeout here at 18-10. Prolific Prep on top of Aspire Academy. You're tuned in to a grind session matchup presented by Tanager Sports. Jordan Pope into the game for the first time for Prolific Prep. And TJ Montgomery back in for Aspire. It's TJ with it now. Has the screen. And lost the handle. And we're going to get a travel called on Cisse. He goes to the ground hard. So thought we had a highlight coming there off the pass from Damari, but Cisse got moving before his feet. Nice turnaround for Jethro Scotton. His first bucket of the night. Into the corner, Wetzel. Finds Cisse inside, back to Damari. Good look to Cisse, over Muscadin. 20-12. Prolific still up by 8. TJ picks up his dribble, finds Sharif. Now over to Horton. TJ from deep, rims out, and it's Sharif with the offensive rebound. Another pump fake, takes the shot. Good, 3 triples, Sharif Canute. He's got 11. Damari to match. He does. 3 threes, Damari Burnett. You knew you wouldn't have 2 back-to-back nights of subpar for him shooting from the line. TJ finds his big man. And Canute saves it into the corner. Good pass. Tubeck for 3. Make that 4 threes for Aspire. Damari shoots it again. No good. Tubeck with the rebound. And we reset with Montgomery earning the point. So lead down to 5. Muscadin another turnaround, and good. The last couple shots were Muscadin showing exactly what Bill Self wants out of Kansas. As Jalen drives inside, finds Damari, and we're going to get a foul on the floor. So the foul is on Caleb Horton. As Coleman Hawkins and Mawat Mag back in for Prolific. Jaden Outen and Maya Bote for Aspire. So this is our first look at Maya Bote for Aspire Academy. We'll see how the big man does guarding Coleman Hawkins. Coleman up strong, and he'll be at the line shooting 2.
Number 34, Maya Bote, his first, team's third at the line for Prolific. Number 33, Coleman Hawkins, shooting 2.
Coleman, no good on his first shot. And he misses them both. Montgomery comes away with it. Up quick, finds Outen. Outen has the screen. Backdoor was there. Coleman with the good defense. TJ, Tubeck on the wing. Just rims out. And we're going to get a foul on Cheval Butters for Aspire. They're going to say he pushed. It was a light push, but a foul nonetheless. Jalen Green on the handle, has the screen if he wants it. Damari looks inside, Mawat. Misses, out of bounds, last touch by Mawat, it looked like, and that's what they're going to say. So 23-20 now, only a 3-point difference. With Aspire on the ball, a chance to tie it up. Trubeck has the screen. Nobody open, just finds TJ as the refs have been doing the 5-second on-ball call. Montgomery got up in the air and a sloppy turnover there. Mawat, fast break 2. 4 points for Mawat now. As the lead grows to 5. And it looks like Jethro will be coming in at the next dead ball. Butters into Outen, he goes inside, off the glass, great take. Jaden Outen with 2 bigger defenders on him. Pass inside to Coleman. Good effort by the defense to get him to throw it out of bounds. It's Jethro in for Bote. So again, Aspire with a chance to tie it. We have just over 8 minutes remaining in half number 1. TJ into Jethro, gets it back, has the screen. They double team him. And the pass stolen by Hawkins up to Pope. And acrobatic layup, no good. Now it's up to Outen. Pope had a pass as Prolific wants the foul. And almost another turnover. But last touch by Prolific off the knee of Mag. Looks like Namari wanted the oop from Pope on that previous fast break. And Coach Fuca wanted the foul. TJ, there's a double team coming for him. And Caleb Horton back into the game. He's going to give David Tubick a break. Outen on the handle. Has Horton moving. Not too much going on here as Aspire kind of just standing around waiting for something to happen. Outen, strong take, and he gets fouled.
Number 1, Jordan Pope.
So Jordan Pope gets called for the foul. Only his first. Nobody in foul trouble for either team.
Shooting 2.
Outen able to make his first. As Frank Anselm comes into the game, Sharif for Aspire comes in. Also for Prolific, and for the first time, Mike Sharavjamps. And Outen sinks them both. He has 4. Outen meeting Amari at the half-court line. Hawkins drives in, kicks to Amari. Backdoor pass to Frank Anselm, out of bounds. Last touch by Caleb Horton. Amari trying to work his way inside. Picks up the dribble. Back to Mike. And thrown wide off the hands of Burnett. So Sharif on the inbound. Only a 1-point game. Got to be happy if you're Aspire, as you were playing the number 4 team in the entire country. 15 seconds on the shot clock. It's Outen on the drive, lost the handle right into his teammate's hand. Sharif thinks about it, and he draws a foul on Coleman Hawkins. So that's going to be the 4th foul on Prolific. Both teams with 4 fouls. Coleman's 2nd. So they say the foul is on the floor. Inside look, Canute, no good on the rebound. A lot of contact there, but put back good. Cheval Butters. Anselm to Hawkins. Hawkins with the mismatch, drives inside. And Hawkins fouled. So the foul is on Jethro Muscadin.
Number 35, Jethro Muscadin, his 2nd, team's 4th.
Pass inside to Frank Anselm, had the mismatch. No foul called. And Jethro with the board. We're headed the other way. Horton tried to pass it around the defender, threw it out of bounds as Coach Kipnis tells his team, slow it down. You've got the 1-point lead. Play their game. Quick 3, Namari Burnett, he goes to the floor. Saved by Butters. Out and into the corner. Nothing there for Sharif. Just about lost the handle. Houghton comes away with it somehow. Floater, no good. Mike with the board. Jalen Green, Coleman Hawkins, and the poster, Coleman Hawkins. Crowd erupts as Sharif can't finish on the other end. Back up to Hawkins, and he dunks again. Coleman Hawkins. This crowd is going crazy, folks. Coleman Hawkins has everyone on their feet, back-to-back fast break dunks. The Fighting Illini feeling it here at Centennial High School. 29-26, those 2 dunks put Prolific Prep on top. This is grind session basketball, people.
Not like they did. You can barely move, can't you?
So we get the first buzzer on the timeout, and this crowd still buzzing off the back-to-back dunks for Coleman Hawkins, putting on a show for the hometown crowd of his recent signing to Illinois. As TJ Montgomery going to come back in for Aspire. Defense of Prolific has been getting to them just a little bit as they had the turnovers and the missed shots that led to these fast breaks. As TJ on the ball. Sharif back to Outen. TJ again looks for his big man inside, doing work on Hawkins. Takes the jumper over him strong, and it's rebounded by Jalen Green. Green intended for Hawkins, just a little high. So the right idea, I think Green was trying to oop it to him, but Hawkins wasn't quite ready for it. So Jaden has the screen, doesn't use it, goes in, and we get a charge set by number 2, Falou Cisse. He was waiting on that one once he saw Outen not needing the screen. Damari, Hawkins finds Green inside, and we get a kick ball as Green looking into Cisse. As the ref calling for a reset on the shot clock.
Oh, yeah, he throwing the alley.
Mike thought about the three. Pass to the corner intended for, not sure it was Coleman or Namari, but Namari couldn't catch the handle. Sharif dribbles to the wing. Could have been a carry call. He passes it off Jethro's shoe, gets it back. And Aspire losing control just a little bit here. TJ running three, misses. Tries to save his own rebound, and it goes to Cisse. Coach Kipnis not happy about it, it looks like. As Jalen Green, no good. Rebound, Jethro Muscadin. Up to TJ, they've got numbers. And TJ's pass low, intended for Muscadin. So Montgomery just a little strong on the pass. And we get a turnover. Still 26-29. Prolific on top. As Tubeck back into the game for Sharif Kanute. Amari up top to Jalen Green. Jalen splits the defenders, goes in, acrobatic, and he gets fouled on the layup. So Jalen will be at the line, shooting 2 off the foul from Jethro. Jalen good on attempt number 1. As Maya Bote comes in for Jethro. And he gets the second. It brings his total up to 7 in the game. He's the leader for Prolific. Namari off his 3 triples. Back up top to Tubeck. Out and goes baseline over Hawkins off the glass. And good as he tells Hawkins he's too small. Hawkins with those 2 big dunks earlier. Out and better watch out. On the line, deep 2 for Jalen. So Horton on the ball, met by Jalen Green. Some movement underneath the basket. Tubeck drives in, doesn't get the roll, but he will have 2 shots as the foul going to go against Faluz Cisse. As Tubeck, good on his first attempt. Into the game for Prolific will be Frank Anselm, Jack Wetzel, and Jordan Pope. So he makes them both. And he has 5 points. Ball to Pope. Drives inside, floater, no good. Put back, no good. Frank Anselm gets the board. We got a pile up underneath. And it's Maya Bote that comes away with it ultimately for Aspire. Just over 2 minutes to go, only a 3-point game. As Aspire hanging on in this one about like St. Louis Christian did last night. As Horton just finds an outlet pass, and Jaden Alton converts the basket. 32-33. Good look by Coleman Hawkins. The Frank Anselm can't convert, but he will have a chance to sink two from the line. Is that foul on David Tubeck?
David Tubeck. His first team's eight at the line for prolific. Number 13, Frank Anselm, shooting two.
Frank misses on the first. Sharif Kanute back into the game for Bote.
Sharif Kanute in for prolific. Number 3, Milwaukee Mag.
And Milwaukee Mag also comes into the game for Prolific. Frank misses them both, still scoreless in the first half. Jaden, the handoff to Horton. Good look inside. Tubeck finds Sharif on the wing. He goes in right at Hawkins and out of bounds. So Sharif touched the ball out of bounds. It's a turnover. 1.5 to go. Prolific with the ball. Coleman inside to Wetzel. We'll dribble it back out. Takes the three. That's good. Jack Wetzel. 2 threes now for Wetzel. Out in the handoff to Tubeck. Sharif thought about the three. Went baseline on Wetzel. Dribbles it back out. Out and inside with the left off the glass. No good. Rebound Coleman Hawkins as Alton gets tossed to the ground. Milwaukee Mag draws a foul on Sharif Kanute.
Aspire foul. Number 13, Sharif.
9 fouls against Aspire now. Next one will be in the double bonus, but only 49.7 remain here in the first half.
Prolific is in the bonus. Mag is shooting 1-1. Into the Aspire lineup. Number 2, TJ.
So TJ Montgomery comes back in for the final minute. And Mawat makes the first. And misses the second. Rebound by Butters. .20 differential on the shot clock. TJ sets up the play. Finds Horton. Triple team now. Gets it to Alton. He shoots the three. No good. Rebounded Milwaukee Mag. So shot clock should be off here. Coleman Hawkins into the corner. Pope drives baseline. Floater. No good. Rebound Frank Anselm. He goes back up strong with the slam. Frank Anselm on the board with 2. We've got 5 seconds. TJ drives at 2 big men. And he's called for the travel. Prolific will have 2.8 seconds to see if they can get off one more shot. They currently have a 7-point lead. Wetzel with it, takes the shot, and over the backboard. So that'll do it for half number 1, 39-32, Prolific Prep on top of Aspire. So we'll take a quick 10-minute break here and come back for the second half of action. You're tuned in to a grind session matchup presented by Tanager Sports. Also a reminder, guys, next weekend we're going to be in Glendale, Arizona for the DeAndre Ayton's Duel in the Desert, November 21st through 23rd. That's Thursday through Saturday of this upcoming week. We'll have Prolific Prep playing again, Dream City Christian, Veritas Prep, Minnesota Prep, Arizona Compass, Trinity International, all kinds of teams and talent going to be out there. UCLA signee, Dacian Nix, Jalen Green, who you're seeing here tonight. Arizona Compass with Frankie Collins, all kinds of talent going to be there. Games starting at noon on Thursday. Make sure you check in if you can't make it out. As always, live streamed by Tanager Sports on the Grind Session YouTube page. and we're back for the second half, 39-32. Prolific on top of Aspire Academy. Prolific with a couple of guys at 9 points, Namari Burnett and Jalen Green. On the other side of the ball for Aspire, it's Sharif Kanute with 11. Sharif off the bench with a few threes for Aspire Academy. So Sharif has the screen and has it tipped. Maintains possession, layup, no good. Coleman Hawkins on the board. Coleman up to Namari, off the glass, and goaltending.
Basket is good.
So the basket counts for Namari Burnett.
Basket is good by Namari Burnett.
And we head the other way. Jaden Outen with the ball for the Wizards. Over to Horton. And see a lot of movement up top here as they try to get the ball inside to Jethro. Now they do. Jethro looks inside for Sharif. And good hustle by Kanute. Keeps it alive and didn't get the shot off in time. Shot clock violation. As the ref coming to the scorer's table here. Coleman with the skip pass all the way up the court to Jalen Green. I think Aspire didn't realize the game was live. Amari splits the defender's floater over Muscadin. It's good. Number 25, Namari Burnett with all 4 points here in the second half. He's up to 13. And that double-digit lead now as the Crew are on top by 11. Muscadin pass inside to Butters. Could have shot that. Sharif gets tipped, and it's a rebound. Mawat Mag. Not sure why Butters didn't take that one to the rim. Skip past Coleman Hawkins. One extra pass into the corner. Mag, no good. And we're going to get a foul on Prolific Prep. That'll be on Coleman Hawkins.
Correction, the foul is on 13, Frank Anselm.
And the ball knocked out of bounds on the inbounds pass. Turnover. Prolific Prep with it. Jalen Green guarded by Outen. Passes to Hawkins. Back in the corner. Green takes the triple. Rims out. And big rebound, David Tubeck. He gets it up to Horton. Horton tries to cross up Namari. Namari, a good defender, stays in front. He'll be joining a great defensive team next year as Namari will be attending Texas Tech. Horton wide open three, can't get it to fall. As we're gonna say ball out of bounds, last touch by Outen. Prolific Prep with it. Coleman Hawkins on the inbounds. To Namari. And we're back to Coleman. Coleman drives baseline, nothing there. Hands it off to Mawat. A little bit of contact. Namari, deep three. He is feeling it. 7 points this half for Namari, 16 in the game. He's doing all the scoring here, 14 points on the lead. Jaden pulls up, and a foul, Namari Burnett. That'll send Jaden to the line 4-2. As there are 2 team fouls against Prolific here in the half.
Number 3, Jaden Allen. He's shooting 2.
Howden misses the first. TJ Montgomery back into the game. Substituting Caleb Horton. And Houghton gets the second. That's the first point of the second half for Aspire. They trail 13. Hawkins inside to Anselm. Goes up, reverse layup, no good. And the putback, good. Mawat Mag. The first prolific player to score that's not Namari Burnett. With TJ looking to bounce back from a few struggles in the first half. We know he's capable of it. Can be lights out from three. Tubeck pulls up, no good. And we've got an injured player on the floor, David Tubeck, in pain. We will pause real quick here as they attend to Tubeck.
The injured Aspire Academy winner is number 1, David Tubeck. Into the Aspire lineup, number 13, Sharif Canute.
They get David Tubeck to the bench, as it might just be cramps we're hoping for. So Prolific had the ball when the game was stopped. And Sharif Canute comes in for Aspire. So Namari Burnett on the ball, met by Jaden Outen. Watt Mag finds Hawkins inside. Backdoor pass to Jalen Green, and one. As Sharif had his back to the ball, didn't see it coming in. So that's 11 points now for Jalen with the chance to make it 12. And the first team foul going against Aspire here in the second half. And can't get it to fall. Anselm fights for the board. And they're going to call him for over the back. So 3 fouls for Prolific. As Anselm picks up his second. TJ steps back for Aspire as they set up an offense. Sharif inside. Looking for Butters, gets tipped out, and looks like he says he rolled his foot. He didn't travel, but they call it. Namari drives baseline, pull-up jumper. It's good. Namari Burnett, another basket, 9 points in the half, 18 overall. Jethro pulls, that's good. Jethro Muscadin. 7 for Jethro. As Jalen with the spin move goes up, wanted the foul, and Namari comes away with it. Namari Burnett, the two-handed slam. Have yourself a game, Namari Burnett, leading all scorers as he's the first to 20. Muscadin shoots again over Hawkins. Strong, and Jalen almost had the rebound. Jaden off the glass, and it's good for Jaden Outen. So the basket counts, but then we get a foul by Jethro. Into the game, Maya Bote and Caleb Horton for Aspire. As Jack Wetzel and Falu Cisse come in for Prolific.
In for Prolific, number 21, Jack Wetzel.
Jalen up top, has the screen, shoots a three. Rims out. Coleman Hawkins in the air. Putback is good. First points in the half for Coleman. He's got 8. JT into the corner. Butters draws a foul on Burnett, fighting over a screen.
Prolific foul, number 25, Jamari Burnett, his third, team's fourth.
Jethro into Horton. Jethro, handoff to TJ. 10 on the shot clock. TJ over Hawkins, air ball. And another slam for Namari Burnett. 13 points in the half. TJ goes in, almost stolen. Jalen Green comes away with it. And the slam is Jethro not even going to try. Smart decision there. And 13 points, Jalen Green. Prolific Prep starting to heat up. As it's a 22-point game, 60-38. Prolific trying to run away with this one. We got 14 remaining in the half. Still plenty of time. But we'll take a quick break as it is a full timeout called. You're tuned in to the grind session presented by Tanager Sports. Back from the timeout, Aspire with the ball. Has the screen. Outen goes at the defenders, no call. Rebound by Cisse. Jalen pump fakes, goes baseline, right at Bote, and gets the contact. So Green will be at the line with 2 attempts. Oh, sorry, they're going to call Jalen Green for the foul. As you hear that from the crowd, everybody thought it was a block. So 5 team fouls now called against Prolific. Wetzel goes for it on the ground. Outen over the top of the hem. Mari on the defense, Outen, handoff to Jethro. Loses the handle, double teamed. Finds Bote open in the middle, and the slam, Maya Bote. He's on the board for the first time tonight with 2. Jalen finds Namari. Can knock it down from anywhere. No good this time. Horton up to Jethro. Finds Outen from 3. And good. Jaden Outen. 14 points for Jaden. Coleman finds Wetzel open in the corner over the big man. Good. Jack Wetzel, 9 points, all from 3-pointers. Very similar performance to what he did last night. Outen on the wing. Back up, Jethro thought about the 3. Looks inside, good pass to Cheval Butters. Jethro keeping his eyes up, finding the man on the backdoor cut. Jalen Green inside to Coleman Hawkins. And he has it stolen. Up to Jaden. And does a good job to twist his body and draw the contact as Jaden putting on a show underneath the basket. Had a man trailing, could have gone off the glass maybe. He'll be at the line regardless. So Jaden good on the first. As Coleman Hawkins going to take a break. And Jaden gets them both to fall. After that, we get a substitution. Jigga T back in the game for Aspire as Butters goes to the bench. Skip pass to Mike. Back to Namari. Good ball movement. Jalen goes baseline, finds Wetzel. Wide open look inside. Cisse, contact, and gets it to roll. So Falou Cisse headed to the line, trying to convert the and one. But no good on the three-point attempt. Out into TJ, handoff to Horton. Horton sets up the play for the Wizards. TJ takes the shot, and good. Jigga T Montgomery. His first three of the night, only 5 points. That may be the shot that gets him rolling, though. As Wetzel gets one to fall. 4 threes for Jack Wetzel. Believe he's only missed one in the game. Jethro takes one from deep and can't match. So it'll be Jalen Green on the ball for Prolific. Back to him. Jordan Pope drives baseline, floater over 2 bigs, rims out, and it's Cisse on the putback. Cisse with a couple of quick baskets here in the half. It's a 20-point lead. Horton up to Jethro. He drives. Handoff to Bote over the top and can't get the roll. Taken away, Namari Burnett. Up to Pope. Back. Good ball movement. Skip, Jalen Green takes the three. And the miss. Rebound by Jethro. One-handed pass up to Outen, off the glass, and good for 2. Pass up to Namari, and another slam. Namari Burnett. Namari is having a game here. 24 points. 15 of which are in the second half. Jethro, top of the key. Baseline pass intended for Horton goes out of bounds. So Cheval Butters and Sharif Canute will be back in the game for Aspire. Outen and Bote taking a breather. Not sure what we're waiting on here as the ref at the scorer's table might be discussing the shot clock as both coaches get pulled in. And I believe that's what they're talking about. Only one shot clock is working on the floor. The one on Aspire Academy's side of the court, I believe, is failing to move. get back underway. Jalen Green has a screen if he wants it, uses it. Long two, it goes. Jalen Green with a great pull-up jumper off the dribble. Still waiting to make his college decision. I think he's going to make it around Christmas time. He has the interest from Auburn. I believe it's Memphis. And get the other way. No look pass into Namari Burnett and one. No look pass by Mike Sheriff Jamps. Namari gets it off the glass and good, holding his knee a little bit here as he did go down pretty hard. But a highlight play there by the Crew. 26 points after that layup. And Namari makes it a three-pointer. First free throw of the game for Namari. Game high 27 points. The lead now at 25. JT into Jethro. Picks up his dribble and stolen. Jordan Pope. Pass up to Jalen Green as JT making sure that Jalen doesn't have a highlight, so Namari will take the points instead. Sharif skip pass to Butters. Up top, Horton. Trying to get an open look, goes inside baseline, throws it up, and a miss, but Jethro gets it back. Euro step off the glass. That'll be two shots as the foul is on Cisse. Coleman Hawkins will be back into the game after the first attempt. And Jethro misses the second. Namari, pass back to Sheriff Jamps, knocked out of bounds.
Into the Aspire lineup, number 4.
So Butters comes in for Horton. The Crew on top, 27. And Jalen Green for three. His second three-pointer brings his total up to 18, and we get a timeout Aspire as they trail 52 to 82, 30 points on the lead. With 8:15 to go, you're tuned in to the grind session presented by Tanager Sports. Back after the timeout, Alden with the ball as Jalen gonna give him some soft pressure full court. Prolific keeping their foot on the gas with the 30-point lead. Wide open, TJ gets another three-pointer. He's feeling it a little better here in the second half. Skip past the Pope. Namari with the pump fake. Lost the handle a little bit, finds Pope. He floats it inside, rims out. Jethro tries to save it out of bounds. Last touch by Prolific. So 82-55 now with 7:36 to go. Prolific has 7 fouls. So if you're a Spire, you'd be attacking the rim every chance you get and try to get those points from the charity stripe. Same play they just run. This time TJ can't get it to go, but the putback good for Cheval Butters. Jalen Green over to Pope. Now Sheriff Jantz kicks it back to Green. He drives. Jumper over Muscadin and good. Jalen Green. TJ pulls it up again and good from deep. Starting to feel it. 3 threes in the half for TJ Montgomery. Green over to Burnett. And stolen by TJ. He shoots again, gonna miss this time. Put back good for Butters. So the hustle play by TJ takes it away from Namari. Still talking a little bit here, but his team does trail by 22 with 6:30 to go as we get a full Prolific timeout. Back from the timeout, Prolific with the ball. Green takes a three, no good. And we're gonna get a foul on Sharif during the blockout. Had his arm wrapped around the defender. And of course they gotta call it. Pass inbounded to Green, off to Hawkins. Lost the handle and stolen by Jaden Outen. Hawkins knocked it loose. Sharif goes inside, and we get a turnover. Pass up to Wetzel, and good for 2. That's Wetzel's first basket that's not a three-pointer. TJ up top, guarded by Green, has the screen. And Hawkins knocked it loose. The shot clock down to 5. Outen shoots. Rebounded by Wetzel. Green tries to go baseline, stopped by Sharif. Takes a three, rims out. Rebound Hawkins, it's good for 2. Coleman Hawkins, double digits now with 10. Outen drives in the paint and gets fouled on the floor.
Prolific grab foul. Number 21.
So the foul was on Jack Wetzel. That's the 8th team foul. So we're in the 1-and-1.
Lineup number 11, Caleb Horton, and number 34, Maya Bote. At the line for Aspire, number 3, James Houghton. He's shooting 2. Correction, shooting 1-1.
As Outen gets the first one to fall. He's up to 19 total. Definitely leading the way for the Wizards as they trail by 24 after that one. Coleman off to Green. In the corner, Namari with the jumper. Missed, but off the hands of Bote. It'll stay Prolific ball. Green back to Coleman. He takes a 3. That's good. Coleman Hawkins. His first 3-pointer, and now up to 13 with the total. TJ guarded by Burnett. Passes inside to Jethro. Back to him, has the screen. Long 2, strong. Jethro fights for it and saves it to Horton. Horton fadeaway, gets the roll. That's Caleb's first basket of the night. Wetzel wide open, cannot leave that man open as he picks up his 5th 3-pointer. Jethro pump fake, goes in, lost it. Hawkins comes away with it. Up to Jalen Green, and the windmill slam. The crowd loses it. A unicorn indeed, as he explodes to the rim with hardly any run-up. Crowd still buzzing. Horton has the screen. Inside look to Outen off the glass. Another easy layup, Jaden Outen. As Outen goes to the floor with what looks like a cramp. As he stumbled pretty hard after the basket. And we get the trainer on site. So again, we'll pause as they tend to Outen. They tend to Outen on the bench, and we get back to the game. Wide open pass. Green rims out. Wetzel fought for it inside, and they call him for a travel. He had Namari wide open. So TJ up the court for Aspire. And it's going to be Prolific ball. And we head the other way. Horton with it. Up to Muscadin with the throw down. And we get a miss on the other end. TJ up quick. Floater to Jethro. Catches it, but lands out of bounds.
They was going to go wild for that one, dog. Yeah.
Good intention, but a little bit too much momentum. Namari into the corner. Jack Wetzel again wide open and does miss that one. So we get a foul going against Aspire.
Aspire foul. Number 34, Maya.
Only the 6th foul of the half for them, so the next will send them to the bonus. But they trail by 26 with 2.5 to go. As Frank gets the first one to fall.
Prolific lineup, number 1, Jordan Pope. And number 24, Mike Sheriff James. And for Aspire, number 4, Cheval Butters.
So Green and Namari going to the bench for the game, it looks
And
like.
number 13, Sharif Kanute.
And Frank gets them both.
Okay, so y'all local. So we got an event next weekend in Phoenix. We call it Duel in the Desert.
So TJ,
He'll be there.
guarded by Pope,
And we'll have
gives it off to Jethro and makes the 3. 12 points now for Jethro. Wetzel, skip pass to Mike. Inside, Hawkins, good look, or good idea to Frank, but too high on the pass. And a turnover. Jack inside Hawkins, goes at the big man, and he gets fouled. Foul will be on Jethro. That'll be his 5th foul, 7th team. And Coleman at the line for 2. First one rims in for Coleman Hawkins.
Into the Aspire lineup, number 34,
Maya
Maya Bote.
Bote now in for Jethro. And sinks them both. Brings his total up to 15. Sharif Kanute takes the triple. It goes. His first points in the second half. That'll be his 4th three-pointer. Pope back to Hawkins. Has the mismatch floater, and it goes for Coleman. Let's make it 17 on the total. As TJ calls for the screen. Got double team, went off the leg of Anselm, and just about hit his head on the rim as the big guy went up for the slam. Barely over a minute remain. TJ with the floater, no good. Mike to Pope. Pope misses the 3. Now we're headed the other way. Aspire has numbers. TJ pump fakes. Heavily contested 3 and good. 4 3-pointers for TJ Montgomery. 14 total. Sheriff jams, pulls, no good. Frank Anselm fights for the rebound. Inside Jack Wetzel, and he's fouled hard by Bote.
Aspire foul. Number 34, Maya Bote. This is 4. TJ. Jack Wetzel off the line, shooting 2.
Wetzel, good on the first.
Aspire lineup, number 31, Jethro Muscovy. And then for prolific prep, number 12, Jackson Corey.
And Wetzel misses the second. Muscadin's pass tips, gets it back. Horton across the half, guarded by Wetzel, gets inside. And a foul is called. Caleb Horton will be at the line shooting 105 to 79, a 26-point lead for Prolific. An outstanding showcase here in Champaign, Illinois for the number 4 ranked team in the country. Horton makes the first and the second. Wetzel to Hawkins. About a second different on the shot clock. Corner three. No good as the crowd wanted it. JT, no look inside, gets knocked out of bounds. And last touched by TJ. And the crowd wants the shot. Goes inside, left-handed floater, no good. Hawkins with the rebound. Skip pass, Pope won't count, and that'll do it. 105 to 81. Prolific Prep takes the win here as the Chambana Classic will be over. So I believe our player of the game was Namari Burnett, who had an amazing showcase with 29 points and I believe 6 or 7 boards. So you'll be seeing Prolific again next weekend when we head to Phoenix, Arizona for DeAndre Ayton's Duel in the Desert, held at Dream City Christian School. Also, you'll see Dream City, Marjan Beauchamp. You'll see Trinity International with UCLA signee Dacian Nix, along with many other players, Arizona Compass, Veritas Prep, Balboa School, a bunch of teams coming in. So make sure if you can't make it out, you catch us online exclusively by Tanager Sports here on the Grind Session YouTube page.
Send one of the girls down here to do it. No. Skyler. Skyler.
Seven assists, 1 steal. He was 12 for 14 on the field. He had a really good night on offensive boards. He was a decent assist. Just wanted to go out there and give my all on both ends of the floor. Most importantly, get the win. And, first half we didn't play as well as we could. Second half we had to pick up the intensity and get after them on the defensive end. And that's what we did. We got the win. Has it been any different? You got to play with Jalen this summer with Team Chambana. Has it been any different, transitioning to prep school ball rather than AAU ball? It's been real seamless because Jalen's next week in Phoenix and duel in the desert.
Yes, sir.
You guys are coming next week?
Yeah.
Cool. Oh, yeah.